Zager cassette.
Cooper here. Now is our chance. Derringer just entered the library's security checkpoint and is fired up about something. Let's see what is going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm heading to you now.
Good evening, sir. Watch your step.
The Overseer seeks to erase nudity from art, even as his body scanners create these vulgar portraits.
Body scanners do not cause cancer. Metamorphosis doctors say fears unfounded. That's a good strong headline. Go print it before we're told otherwise. Say, which do you think would rile the citizens more? The fact that these machines do indeed cause cancer, or the fact that the naked images they capture are being turned into playing cards for the perverse amusement of the Prizrak?
They don't save the images. LOL.
You may enter the machine at any time.
Are you always an idiot, or just when I'm around?
Sir?
What's your number, you stammering waste of space?
Sir,
I'm not going into that thing. Now, we've been over this before. Turn it off.
But sir...
Turn it off, or you'll wake up a month from now in the infirmary.
We have to get Derringer and the other Prizrak out of that room. I suggest we create a little chaos in the spirit of Zager. Tell the girl to power down the grid. Then, Derringer and the Prizrak will freak out. They'll leave the security checkpoint. Then you can send the girl through safely under cover of darkness. Power down the grid now.
I didn't ask you to shut down half of Metamorphosis.
Sir, it wasn't me, sir. It was remotely deactivated in the power station.
What? Someone's tampering with the generator again? I smell a rat. Well, don't just stand there. Alert all Prizrak in the area. Get them to the power station. That means you two done.
But sir, who's gonna man my post?
Damn it, stop asking questions and go.
Is this your plan?
Oops. Okay. So that's not good. It appears my plan has backfired. I should have thought this through better. Now, you must get the girl out of there before Derringer's men arrive. Sorry about all that. That plan did not go down as I hoped. But, the good news is that we have cleared out the library's security checkpoint. It is safe to send the girl through now.
Prisrak, let me go.
It burns! Who's out there?
Well done, my friend. That was impressive. Sorry about the screw up back there. I guess I got a little overzealous. If you need my assistance going forward, I will be happy to oblige. But it seems you are better suited to helping the girl escape than I am. If you succeed, make sure she doesn't forget about us pathetic souls trapped down here. Best of luck. Cooper, out.
I owe you my life. What little of it is mine. Now let's get to the librarian. He'll help us. Please, stay with me.
Who is this?
If you're going to kill me, just get it over with.
Shut up! If I actually wanted you dead, I would have given you to Dellinger earlier. Now walk slowly forward, ahead of me, and do not turn around. You are part of something that you cannot understand. There is more going on tonight than these cameras can capture. You took something that belongs to me. You called this interloper and brought them into our Republique. And I will find out why.
A broken collar. The precal who wore it was also broken by Mireille, and that was before the Prizrak got their claws into him. Derringer has a server with the nude images of every poor soul who stepped inside that body scanner. Except for Derringer himself, of course.
Look at me. Honest eyes do not hide. Murray Azali Prideaux, July 14th at 0158. Dissection of a precal. Okay. State your name.
Hope.
State your name.
390H.
Very good. Quit shaking. I'm going to ask you some questions in French. I find your English to be too clever. Des mots habiles peuvent camoufler la vérité. Tu sais ce qui arrive quand on ne dit pas la vérité. Qui t'a donné le journal de Zaguerre?
Je ne peux pas vous la dire, madame.
Menteuse! Qui t'a appris cette romance? Est-ce que ce traître a un nom? Comment est-ce qu'il t'aide? Qui a piraté notre système? Qui a attaqué nos Prizrak? Qui t'a donné l'ordre d'attaquer nos Prizrak?
Je ne peux pas vous la dire, madame.
Après tout ce que nous avons fait pour toi,
You watch me.
we look out for you.
You lock me up.
We protect you.
From what?
Yourself. The world beyond those walls is dead. And the ones who killed it would not hesitate to do the same to us. We survive only because they do not know we exist. I pray you have not doomed us all, child. What do they know? What do they know about our Republic? Que savent-ils sur notre République?
Everything. Whatever you do to me, they'll be watching.
You are...
Mireille Azali Prideaux. Dissection of a precal.
Some doors in Metamorphosis require voice recognition data to open.
Late. I found a precal here who has lost her way. There was no need for that. This one, I believe, will go quietly.
She'll call you back.
Am I happy to see you? I'm in a bit of a situation here. Locked in. And I'm not alone. What should we do? How do we get out of this room?
You have to go. This goes way beyond you.
This afternoon, please. Hollow malfunction shows delayed signal.
Stay here. I'm coming back for you.
Hello. It's Cooper. Good job getting the girl out of immediate danger. You seem to have a solid handle on things. With the arrival approaching, we're being watched more closely than ever, and so I have to pretend to work. However, I'm installing a help desk in your OmniView display. Select the help desk icon if you need my expertise along the way. Good luck tonight. No doubt, the girl would be doomed without you.
Signor Octavo joins Metamorphosis. Librarian is now preeminent manifesto scholar. I met the librarian this morning. He's a sweet man, with his heart sewn directly onto his adorable little lapel. And I do so admire his passion for literature. In a former life, I would swoon over a well-read man. But I hope for his sake, he learns to bury that part of himself. In here, following your passion is the shortest road to recalibration.
Y390H. I see you're admiring our latest installation.
Why do you keep these books away from us? I can handle them.
Maybe you're right. However, there are others in your class who are not as strong as you. And books like those can make them sick. Would it be fair to let you read them, but keep them from your friends?
That doesn't sound fair.
Well then, so are you saying you would prefer that they read them too? Will you have their illness on your conscience?
I don't want that either.
Of course not. I am not a filter for your ideas, child. I am your shield. There is so much ugliness in this world. Let me stand in the way of it. Let me stare it down. Your eyes are too pretty to witness such things.
I appreciate the compliment, Headmaster.
"390H. You must hurry along now. The rest of your class is already inside."
Why does he hold those books away from us, Senor Octavo?
It is the headmaster's belief that those books sully the minds of precals and should therefore be removed from our curriculum.
But that isn't what you believe, is it?
Books like these do not paint a rosy picture of the world, but they are not meant to. They are not paintings of the world we want. They are mirrors, reflecting the world we have.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I don't know what that Prizrak's intentions were, but I'm glad we didn't stick around to find out. This may come in handy.
Salinger, amateur sculptor of teenage angst. In Catcher in the Rye, he forces us to watch Holden flit from school to school. Oh, poor Io, tormented by Hera's gadfly. When Caulfield realizes that he, not the institutions, beleaguer him the most, he is truly at risk. Our beloved pre-cows must never know their gadflies and ever rely on their Republique to satisfy. We don't need another Mark David Chapman.
The library. It feels so quiet after hours. It used to be filled with books. The librarian's glasses. His office is up there, 3rd floor. We should go to him now.
Everything looks good.
Be careful. The Prizrak in this part of the facility are unpredictable in their rounds. You never know where they might turn up.
Good idea. My battery was running low. Pepper spray here. Nothing.
Everything looks good.
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new abilities? Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Spot Prizrak through walls. Come back anytime.
The girl is no doubt anxious to see the librarian. His office door is located on the 2nd floor.
wish. But don't tell me what it is, or it won't come true.
I wish the headmaster was dead.
Weep. Don't talk like that.
Zager said that someday the truth will rain down on this place and wash away all of the headmaster's lies.
I've never seen the rain before.
Zager wasn't talking about the rain. He was talking about the truth.
I don't care about the truth. I just want to know what rain feels like.
Everything looks good.
Let's see what he's got on him. Got it.
Situation is clear.
Part 2 of that game company's journey towards realizing its vision for socially conscious player narratives. In Flower, we embody the wind, guiding a single petal through stunning landscapes. These moments of being one with nature are further punctuated by the drab urban home the player inhabits.
I found some pepper spray.
It seems this door requires Omni Level 2. You can upgrade your OmniView software at a demon server. I'm detecting a demon server near the Overseer's office. The nearest approach is from the museum.
I'll hold.
Ellison, who lets his nameless protagonist vacillate between conforming as an amnesiac of racial disadvantage and recalling all the doors locked by white hands. Belonging versus integrity. This book keeps open and raw such dichotomies, like festering wounds, while preserving an outdated model of social conflict. Invisible man should remain invisible.
Down to this.
The librarian's portrait has been taken down. I hope this is only a symbolic gesture.
It's the right thing to do. Librarian OK's decision to protect precals from literary rot. Do you want me to literally eat my words?
Oh, I am sorry, Miss Sade. I should not have thrown that newspaper at you. But how could you write this? I did not agree to ban books. The very implication hurts me to the bottom of my soul.
Well, I am sorry about your hurt bottom. But I used only direct quotes from you, librarian. See here. You said about Fahrenheit 451, and I quote, "It is worse than distasteful. It is revolting." Your words.
You asked me what I thought about the burning of books, not the book itself.
You did say it, though.
This is insanity! You are shameless.
Then take it up with the Overseer. And pick up this mess on your way out.
Raise the threat level.
Get your grubby mitts off me!
Burning!
Target neutralized. Going in to pick his pockets. Got it.
British humor was hard for me to follow, but thanks to our multicultural workforce here in Metamorphosis, I'm finally able to wrap my head around the minimalist charm of Thomas Was Alone. With themes as universal as friendship and freedom, this spectacular puzzle platformer has broad appeal. Danny Wallace's narration really brings the characters to life, and is a source of inspiration for my future career in voice acting.
I hope they can't see me here. I'll be taking this.
Illustrating in pointless detail one's sexual perversion does not make for good writing. Miller's Tropic of Cancer is about as sexy as cancer itself. Our beloved precals must never suffer the caustic eruptions of desire this book desires to make possible. Like Innocence Lost, circulated contraband cannot be totally retrieved, but it may be tended. When we remove the object of desire, we erase the possibility for dissent.
Oh no, Prizrak. And he sees me. He's got me.
My eyes!
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
False prophet infiltrates Metamorphosis. Masquerading as Prizrak, man brings toxic agenda to our perfect garden. The man's name is Zager, I believe. Daniel Marcus Zager. Apparently he was some kind of journalist on the outside. If the Overseer was smart, he'd label this as an act of supreme jealousy. After all, ours is a nation so wonderful that people risk death to sneak inside. Maybe we should take the initiative and lead with this angle.
The first draft rumbled from my mind and shook the page like a 9.0 earthquake. The pen was merely the needle on the seismograph, recording the shockwaves.
The threat level is down.
Headmaster, over here.
If it isn't my favorite journalist from the Morning Bell.
It was a brilliant speech, Headmaster.
Why, thank you, Miss Sade.
Please, call me Maddie. Perhaps you could tell your citizens a bit more about the arrival. As much as you can state publicly, of course.
Of course, well, in a matter of weeks, we will take our bow on the global stage. The arrival is our world debut, and once it comes to pass, there will be little doubt that though we are a small nation and few in number, we are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm sorry, I had a follow-up, but I just got lost in the power of your voice.
Why, Maddie, please, you embarrass me.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. Your cryptic answers, which I adore, I must add.
Thank you.
But they've left some to speculate that the arrival refers to our ascension as a nuclear power.
Ah, nuclear power. In the 21st century, nuclear power is a contradiction in terms. Let those dying republics split atoms to their heart's content. No, my dear Maddie, what our Republique achieved is something far more impressive. And the mark we leave on the world
will last an eternity.
Hello, librarian.
Good evening, Overseer.
Around the precals, I must insist you address me as headmaster.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
What did you think of my lecture? You may speak freely.
Well, you most certainly have a passion for what you teach. It was most inspiring.
Your eyes and your words don't seem to align. Now, I asked that you speak freely. It's okay. No harm in speaking your mind to me. I will respect your honesty. In fact, I demand nothing less.
Well, then, sir, to be blunt, It felt more like a sermon than a lecture tonight.
Do you take issue with that? Again, speak freely.
Well, sir, I have never been a part of an academy quite like this one. The precals, well, they seem to study only one subject here.
What subject is that?
Well, sir, you.
Upon completing the first draft, I delivered it personally to a small publishing house in the capital of France. A minor company I acquired and resurrected to suit my needs. I even went so far as to live in the rickety old apartment above the offices to personally oversee the publishing process.
Zero.
Threat level is back to normal.
A Zager cassette.
This looks like an old cassette tape. You may find this difficult to believe, but I am actually old enough to remember when these were popular. I remember seeing an old boombox when we ransacked one of Zager's hideouts. However, with the facility's new censorship system coming online, I suspect most of this Zager end will be suppressed. The man enjoyed his salty language, to put it mildly.
is one of the fundamental rights of man. But a prison train, such as this was, provided an ingenious loophole for my scheming captors. They slapped a fresh coat of paint on its rotting sides, and even went so far as to give it a rugged and exciting-sounding name, the Siberian Express.
I think this is a replica of the train the headmaster was held prisoner on.
My rations of stale bread and moldy cheese seemed especially cruel as our prison train crossed the Kama River into the foothills of the Ural Mountains. There, we passed one bucolic farm after another, every field dotted with plump Russian black-pied cattle. Never in my life have I felt so bereft. I would have committed the most heinous of crimes to have tasted the rich, salty goodness of their flesh. They forged me a pair of cold, gray leg irons to match the color of my eyes. A decidedly rare trait I believe I inherited from my Ainu mother.
A PIN code is required to get up to the overseer's office. May I suggest gleaning some personal information about him in his museum next door? It might come in handy when answering any security questions.
Having tripped over every pesky regulation in my adopted Japan, I decided to advance my study of genetics in America, and I couldn't have arrived at a more auspicious time in history. Within a year, they had put a man on the moon.
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
Raise the threat level.
What was meant as a warning to Prizrak to be on the lookout for hiding precals is actually a good suggestion for the girl. Ducking behind the plant is a great way to escape detection. This is
My battery was getting low. I found some pepper spray.
remind the girl to walk slowly. Hurried footsteps will attract the attention of the Prizrak.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Spot Prizrak through walls. Read email exchanges. Leaving so soon.
Level normal. Proceed with caution.